Don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. Namaskar. Welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first article talks about Similipal Biosphere Reserve. And it is in the news because recently a citizens forum in Odisha opposed a private hotel project near Similipal Biosphere Reserve due to ecological and tribal livelihood concerns. Talking about Similipal Biosphere Reserve, it is located in Mayurbhanj district of Odisha. It is a national park, tiger reserve, and a part of the Project Tiger initiative. Rivers like Buddha Balanga, Khairi, Salandi, and Palpala originate from Similipal, and in 2009, it was added to the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve list. Now, recently, Supreme Court upheld the right of homebuyers to peacefully protest against builders. The judgment highlighted that consumers should have the right to protest, just as sellers have the right to commercial speech. Here, the case involved homebuyers who erected a banner expressing grievances against a builder, but builders sued for defamation. And recently, court determined the protest was peaceful, orderly, and free from offensive language. Here, you must know that Article 19 of the Indian Constitution guarantees six fundamental freedoms essential for personal development and democracy. And they include freedom of speech and expression, peaceful assembly, forming associations and union, free movement, and right to reside anywhere in India, and freedom to practice any profession or trade. However, these freedoms are not absolute and they are subject to reasonable restrictions to prevent anarchy or to harm the state. Here, restrictions may be imposed for reasons such as national security, public order, decency, morality, or the protection of sovereignty and integrity. Next article talks about India's logistics sector, which is crucial for achieving a self-reliant and inclusive economy by 2047. However, this sector is highly carbon intensive and it contributes significantly to the country's greenhouse gas emissions, especially through road transport. And to achieve net zero emissions by 2070, the sector must undergo a green transformation. Global examples such as China and US show the benefits of shifting freight from road to rail to reduce emissions. And here, India can adopt similar strategies by enhancing rail freight, electrifying road transport, and promoting cleaner maritime fuels for coastal shipping and inland waterways. And here, you must know that decarbonization is not just about reducing emissions, but also making the logistics sector more competitive and sustainable. And with the right policies and investments, India can build a greener, more efficient logistics ecosystem and lead the way in global sustainability efforts. Next article focuses upon nuclear liability laws of India, and they are in the news because now Indian government is planning to amend the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act 2010 to limit equipment suppliers' liability for nuclear accidents. Here you must know that the current law was influenced by the Bhopal gas tragedy and it has discouraged foreign suppliers and strained India-US nuclear cooperation since their 2008 agreement. And the new law aims to attract US nuclear firms that are hesitant due to unlimited liability risk. The new law will also support India's target of increasing nuclear power capacity to 100 gigawatt by 2047. And it can also boost US India trade relations, with bilateral trade targeted to reach $500 billion by 2030. Next article focuses upon India-Saudi Arabia relations, and it is in the news because Prime Minister of India will visit Saudi Arabia on April 22. And the key agenda here includes discussion on trade, investment, energy cooperation, the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, and defense partnership. This visit comes amid regional tensions and US-Iran nuclear talks. Here, India aims to enhance relations with Saudi Arabia, focusing on energy security, bilateral trade, and defense collaboration. And friends, Saudi Arabia is India's third largest crude oil source, and both countries are keen to expand trade and investment ties. Now, UNESCO has added the Bhagavad Gita and Bharat Muni's Natyashastra to its Memory of the World Register, recognizing them as a part of humanity's documentary heritage. With this, India now has 14 entries in the register. And as you know, Gita is a spiritual and philosophical guide, while Natya Shastra is the foundational text on theatre and performing arts. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.